Hi, thanks for clicking on the video. We've got a polar vortex going on outside right now. I don't know what that means, but it's really cold and we're kind of stuck in the house. So I thought we'd make a video on favorite way, or the easiest way I guess, to make some deer jerky with using the Dehydrator. So we're going to be using 3 pounds of deer burger from the mule deer that I got last November in Montana, and using the High Country original flavor seasoning mix. So I just ordered the seasoning mix online, and I've tried several different flavors. The original is probably my favorite one for making jerky, and it comes with some easy to use instructions. Just since I'm using 3 pounds of meat, there's a simple ratio chart that comes with it. It tells you exactly how much seasoning and cure to use for the meat. And I also just wanted to point out that for this burger meat that I'm using, I don't add any fat or anything like that to it. I just think it keeps it healthier that way, and also for making jerky, it's a lot nicer because the fat just makes the dehydrator a lot messier. You get all the drippings and everything from it, and it also obviously dries out a lot faster, so the actual time that it needs to spend in the dehydrator is a lot less. So yeah, I definitely, if you're making jerky a lot with burger, definitely try to keep the fat out of it. It just makes cleanup a lot easier, get it done faster, and I think it tastes better too. Okay, so I have the instructions out here, and it's just calling for 3 pounds of ground meat, 7.5 tablespoons. So I'm gonna get this deer meat out of the package into the bowl, and then get the seasoning in there and get it mixed up really well. Alright, so now that we have our 3 pounds of meat here unwrapped, I'm going to add the 7.5 tablespoons of jerky mix and 3/8 teaspoon of the cure that comes with it. Alright, now that we have the seasoning and the cure and everything in there, just have to get in there with your hands and mix it up really well. So now that I have the meat and the jerky seasoning and the cure all mixed together really well, we're just going to get it covered up and put in the refrigerator, and it's just going to sit like that overnight. And then when we get back to it in the morning, is when we're going to put it in the dehydrator and continue the video from there. Alright, so it's the next day. The jerky's been seasoning in the refrigerator all night, and now we're gonna take this LEM jerky gun, fill it up, and start filling up the trays. I found that if you put the jerky on the trays going around in circles, you can just get a lot more on it at a time on one tray rather than trying to put it in straight strips. Alright, now that we got all the trays on here, I'm just going to put the lid on, plug it in. And basically I found that it just needs to go for about 8 hours. It's 11:15 right now. I'm just going to let it go until about 7:15 tonight and check it. As long as everything's dry, we'll take it off and be about done. Okay, so it's been 8 hours now, so we're gonna check the deer jerky here, take the cover off, and just make sure that it's dry. Just kind of pick it up like that, and if you can break it, yeah, see it breaks real easy, so we know it's dry. So what I'm gonna do is just unplug it, and then I take a cookie tray, just put some aluminum foil on it, and because I like to put it in the oven at 170 for about 10 minutes just to make sure that the meat gets up to temperature, kills all the whatever bad bacteria or whatever that might be in the meat. Alright, so we got all 4 trays cut up into 3-inch strips here. We're just going to stick this in the oven and get it up to temp, and then we'll take it out and put it in a bag and we'll be all done. Okay, so we just pulled the jerky out of the oven and it is done. The last thing to do is just to load it up in the bags and enjoy it. So if you're like me and a hunter, usually the stuff you have in your freezer most of the time is the burger, and this is one of my favorite ways to kind of enjoy the deer burger and also use it up. Plus your family and friends appreciate it as well. So thanks a lot for watching this video, and we're gonna enjoy this jerky, and hopefully you learned a little something, and maybe you can try it with your own ground deer.